quite a bunch of quite a pack of punch a pop-up pick what. Hey guys, it's Lauren J. Welcome back, or welcome if you are new. I am doing a Loki inspired look today. Yes, the god of mischief. And I just wanted to play with some things in my collection and use some of my indie makeup, do some colors that I don't normally do, and just talk about a TV show that I really enjoyed watching. So if you want to know how I got this look and what I think of the series, just keep watching. Hey guys, starting out with a bare face today. I am going to put on the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, and then I'm going to put on the Anastasia Eye Primer to start off the look. And it's about 7:30 at night, Saturday night. I was supposed to go out, but a friend of mine got sick, so it really sucks for her and for, you know, everything else, but it mostly just sucks for her. So I decided to stay in and do this Loki inspired makeup look. So you can see I now have a ponytail that I can flip around now, which is weird because I haven't had one for like 10 years, but you know, things change, things happen. And I'm wearing a scrunchie, which I also thought would never be a thing in my life again, but you know. This is the Anastasia Eye Primer. Now I'm going to use this because it's very brightening and I really want a vibrant look, and because I want a good barrier between the skin on my eyes and the shadows I'm going to be using. Because I'm going to be using some shadows that quite frankly scare me because they do stain. And it's Saturday night, so I've got, you know, a good 24 hours before I go back to work and have to deal with covering any of that up, but I still just am terrified of stained eyelids. So I find that this has been a pretty good barrier for most shadows and does dry down matte, and I just use it without setting it. So we're going to use this palette from Menagerie Cosmetics. I have not used this palette since I bought it. I have used it at least once or twice, but that's it. And this is the palette that scares the crap out of me because these shades are vibrant and they stain. So you've got your blue and green palette here, and I was trying to think of where I had greens in my collection and I couldn't think. Where do I have greens? I don't have greens. I don't wear green. And then I was like, oh yeah. So we're gonna try this out. I've actually not even swatched any of some of these shades. Like I've used the blue ones definitely and some of the shimmers, but I've never swatched Plankton or Kelp, or I think I just swatched Bubble Net and Reef today. I have obviously used Dive and Barnacle and Breaching and Cetacean, but yeah, time to use the greens in this palette. All right. So we're going to start off with Reef, which is the bright green matte here. And I'm going to use this ColourPop brush from the Limoncello collection, and I'll probably regret because I'm sure this will stain my brush, but oh well. That's why you buy brushes, is to use them with eyeshadow, not just because they look pretty. Well, I don't know, I'm sure some people buy brushes just because they look pretty. What do I know? I don't tell you how to spend your money. Don't tell me how to spend mine. Quite a nice punch of pigment to start off with. And since we are doing a Loki inspired look, best to just go for the green. So the reason I decided to do a Loki inspired look is because I just finished watching the series on Disney Plus. It's only 6 episodes long. I was like, 6? I mean, at least The Mandalorian we get, you know, I think the first season actually was just 8 episodes, but I feel like we get like at least 10 or 12 in the second season. And I get that they're very expensive to make because you got to pay the actors and do all the effects and stuff. But it's Disney. Come on, man. It's Disney. I mean, you're a billion, trillion-dollar company. Just go for it. But anyway, if you know me, you know I don't watch a lot of TV. I watch a lot of YouTube. But I don't watch a lot of like regular series, scripted series kind of stuff. So, but when I found out there was gonna be a Loki series, oh boy, yeah. I'm sure you can see there is quite a bit of fallout here, so get to deal with that too. So yeah, I was like, okay, Loki, Tom Hiddleston, I'm there, I'm so there. I have not really kept up with the Marvel movies since, I would say, Thor Ragnarok. I saw that in the theater, and I don't know, I just kind of, after Doctor Strange, I just kind of lost the thread. Like, I just was not a big fan of Doctor Strange, and it's just, the Marvel universe just started going off in a lot of very random directions, which I'm sure if you're a huge Marvel fan, you're just like, what are you talking about? This is Marvel, it's always been like this. And I'm like, sure, fine. But I just kind of lost the thread after Doctor Strange just confused me. And, you know, when they started sort of ditching all of their live action TV shows, like the Netflix shows, Daredevil and Jessica Jones and Luke Cage, and then they kind of just ditched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and sort of, you know, they never really tried to connect any of them. They just kind of let them die. And then Agent Carter, which I loved, and they just kind of cut that after 2 seasons. It was a wonderful series. Why would you cut that? So I don't know. The Marvel universe was just making a lot of weird decisions that I wasn't really happy with. So I just kind of stopped. So I've never seen the last 2 Avengers, so I didn't see Infinity War, I didn't see Endgame. I know, right? Next, I'm going to go into the Streamside palette from Copacetic Cosmetics and Rocky Makeup. And I'm going to use the darker matte green called Lemna right here. It's got a bit of blue in it. And I'm just going to use that sort of on the outer V here. Just deepen it up a bit. And I did see Captain Marvel. I went to see that at the theater with a friend, so I have seen that one. So, but I just, you know, I haven't seen any of the new Spider-Mans. I didn't see the Ant-Man and the Wasp. I finally saw Black Panther about a year ago on Netflix, and I loved it. It was great. It was just, I had just stopped really paying attention to Marvel. So, but anyway, my point is that, not to rag on Marvel, because whatever, But when I saw they were bringing back Loki for a series, I was like, yes, I can do that. Loki's been there since the beginning. Loki is just a character that, I don't know, I guess I really got attached to. I'm a Pisces. They say you get attached to fictional characters when you are Pisces. So, you know, he's the bad boy that you want to see do good, I guess. You know, it's the bad boy that you're like, but he can change. He's cute, he can change. But would you really want him to change? And that's kind of what this series is kind of playing with a little bit, I think, is that it's definitely for fans. There's definitely a lot of fan service in it, and I don't hate that at all. And it's kind of like, okay, well, here you go. You want to see what would happen if your bad boy starts to try and be good? Well, here's a little story for you. And, you know, there's a lot of other things happening in it, but, yeah, it's just kind of like this nice little what-if fantasy. And I really, really enjoyed it. There were times when it just really confused me, and I'm actually fine with that. Been times when most of the time I've had no idea where it was going. I just know it's this kind of weird time travel-y what if storyline where sort of you get to see all these different versions of Loki, and I grew to really like characters that I didn't think that I would like, which is, you know, I was just prepared to go in and be like, okay, it's just some Loki fanfic. I'm down with that. And then I was like, no, I really will. Besides the fact that I really, really like Owen Wilson also. He's always been one of my favorites. He's been in so many things, but I mean, he'll always be Hansel to me. Yeah, so watching him and Tom Hiddleston, watching Loki and Mobius just sit there and have a conversation for like 10 minutes straight. Just dialogue, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and you're going, all this is talking. I'm oddly fine with that. Like, I could just watch those two talk for like 2 hours, and that would have been fine with me. But yeah, I really got into the Mobius character. Sylvie, I was not expecting to like Sylvie as much as I liked her, and honestly, I think I kind of fell in love with Sylvie a little bit, so, yeah, she's just like that awesome. I think as a woman who's always sort of seen female characters get pushed off to the side, it was cool to see. It was cool to see a female character be bad and be. It was good to see a female Loki, I guess. It was cool. It was very fun. You know, and you could see a lot about that because obviously Loki has a long history of gender fluidity. So whether, you know, however you identify, I think it was a really cool thing just to see all the different sort of fantasy versions of Loki. And you know, Sylvie was awesome because, you know, she's Loki, but she's different. You know, he says, I think he said it in the finale, it's like, you can't trust anyone and I can't be trusted. That's basically the difference between them. In so many ways, they sort of mirror each other. Like, in so many ways, they're the same character, and in so many ways, they are the opposites of each other, which was really awesome to see. And I don't know how I felt about the self-obsessed, I guess they call it. I mean, I think it's kind of fitting for Loki because he is kind of so in love with himself, but I don't know, I thought that was a bit weird, but we'll see where that goes in season 2. All right, so I think I've created enough fallout and green dust everywhere to, you know, create this nice green base for the look. And then, let's see, I'm going to go in with the Valkyrie palette from XNO Cosmetics with Beautiful Tragedy MUE, and I'm gonna go into the shade Raven because I love the deepness of this black shade. So I'm gonna deepen up the outer V again. Just create like a little fake wing. And of course this palette is Viking themed, so it's got a lot of Thor references in it. So like this is Yggdrasil right here, the Tree of Life, and then you've got Mjolnir right here, and a Valhalla Bifrost Shield Maiden. But we're gonna get some nice deep color here to set a base for some of the other stuff that we're gonna do. And again, I'm getting fallout, but I'm going in really hard with these shades. Like, I'm going for pigment, like, so. And I don't have to care about fallout because I'm gonna wash this off in like half an hour, so it doesn't matter. I just want to do this look and talk about Loki. So anyway, I was a big fan of the quote-unquote Loki ship, and I was a big fan of Loki and Sylvie. Again, I don't know how I feel about the romance between them, but I love the friendship. It was very sweet. But I totally dig a romance between Loki and Mobius. I would totally ship that. And I think that's just like the whole point of the series for me, was just that it was just, you never knew what was going to happen. It was just twisty turny. You thought it was going one way, and then no, we're going the other way. And you know, it was just kind of all over the place and chaotic, and kind of, you know, playing a little bit with the expectations of the viewer, and but not disrespectfully. So I thought that was I thought it was really fun. I just, like, it was fun. I don't get to watch a lot of things anymore that are just fun. They've always got to be dark or, you know, serious, which, you know, that has its place. But I just sometimes, like, I just want to watch something fun. And if it has a deeper meaning, that's awesome. That's a plus. And, you know, there's a lot of things that you can read into this series. You know, whatever it means to you. I think the casting has been really important. Like, I love seeing, is it Juju Mubathara? I think, I'm not sure that's, but anyway, the lead actress who plays Ravonna Renslayer, she is so incredibly talented and so able to turn from, you know, good person to bad person and back again, and she's got a really compelling arc in this story. And even the sort of some of the people that you thought would just be side characters, like B-15, she's turned into an incredible character. You know, going from sort of the loyal soldier to the person that questions everything and wants to see the whole thing burn down, like Mobius. So and as someone who is inherently skeptical about a lot of things in this world, I appreciate that. Where you can go from just true believer to, no, I'm not having that. So I think with this, kind of going maybe even a little bit for Hela from Ragnarok. A little tribute there to her. Gosh, I love her character. I loved Cate Blanchett so much in Ragnarok. I know I'm skipping to a different movie, but it's Loki related. It's Loki adjacent. So I rewatched that movie again recently, and I really loved her performance as Hela. And I was almost like, at some points I was just like, let's just have Hela rule Asgard, and that would be great. I don't know what everybody's problem is. So I think we're just gonna deepen up some more with Yggdrasil from the Valkyrie palette. Yes, I know I'm doing a lot of deepening up. That's kind of the point of this look, is just to be as green, as pigmented as possible. Layer on the colors. If it gets muddy, it gets muddy. I don't care. I just want to see, I just want to do something fun that I never do. Like, I never wear green. I just don't like the way that it looks with my blue eyes. But there's so many people on YouTube that just love their greens. Like, a green palette comes out and they're just like, ugh, all over it. And a green palette comes out and I'm like, I don't need it. I don't need it. No, don't need it. We're good. We're good over here. And I do wish in my collection that I kind of had like a really cool chrome green sort of shade. I don't think I really have that, but I'm gonna try it with this. Gonna try it with this shade in the Menagerie palette and wet it a little bit and see how that goes. I don't think I have enough fallout on my face. Do you? Okay, so we're just gonna go for it and go in with Splash from the Menagerie Whale Song palette. This is what it looks like. We're going with that. And then we're just gonna put that all over, and we're gonna spray the brush after we pack it on. And we're just gonna pray that this comes off eventually. I'm terrified. How about you? Well, this is just water. That's usually all I use. If I do, I don't honestly often spray my shades. But if I do, I just use water because I think setting sprays on my eyes just tend to irritate them, honestly, and just don't want to deal with it. That looks very cool. One of the things that I really also liked about the Loki series is that you didn't necessarily have to be all caught up on everything that was going on in the Marvel Universe. Like, you literally could have stopped watching at the first Avengers and it would have been fine. So I didn't feel like I had to go back and rewatch or watch in the first place all the ones that I missed. But you know, I did go back and rewatch the 3 Thor movies. And I do want to go back and rewatch the first Avengers movie just because I like Loki in them so much. It's fun to see the evolution of that character and that performance. use a finger right on top because I just want to see if that gets just a little bit extra. But it looks really nice and just sort of emeraldy. I think that's very cool. It looks super dark on me, but we're just gonna go with it. It's okay. And my fingers are just stained, just completely stained. I don't, yeah. I've got 3 of these magic eraser cloths, and none of them are doing a darn thing. So I think for the inner corner, I'm gonna use this one called Fluke. Right here. It's like this minty green highlight shade. Try that with the brush instead. And I don't know that it's so much highlighting as it is just moving around the dark green shimmer. But I guess that's okay. Just rolling with it. Just rolling with it. It's been my motto this month. A lot of things changing, so I just gotta roll with it. And I do have to say that one of my favorite episodes was the one with all of the alternate universe Lokis, which is just like fan fiction to the nth degree. And I'm a big fan of Loki Gator. Gotta say it, I'm a big fan of Loki Gator. It makes me all the Loki characters make me start wanting collecting Loki pops again, and I shouldn't do that because I don't have any room for them, but I kind of want that Loki Gator, and just kind of want a shelf of Lokis and Mobius and Sylvie and all of them. So, don't know that that did anything, maybe in a different light. We'll see. This is the Tribe by Juvia's Place, and we're gonna go in with the shade Coral right here, and we're gonna do a liner. And I'm gonna spray the brush. I'm gonna use this ColourPop liner brush, and then I'm gonna kind of go over the black wing that I created, that I also kind of obliterated with the green shade. Quite as gold as I want it to be. Is this working? What do I think? It's about as bright as I'm gonna get it. We're gonna go in with the Streamside palette again, and we're going to pick up Spiridella right here. Let's put a little bit of that. It's a little bit chunkier than Splash, but it's the right color. Just add a little bit more dimension. Do I look like the God of Mischief yet? So I have this one from Kiko Milano from their holiday collection a couple years back, and it's a double-sided one, and I'm using, so I had 2 of them, and I'm gonna, it's this one right here. It's a little bit pinker than I want it to be, but you can see all the wrinkles under my eyes because yes, of course I'm too old for this, and I don't care. I'm not going to do anything on my waterline. I can't be bothered. I don't want to wash it off. I don't want to deal with stuff in my waterline. I've already got sprinkles and all kinds of things in my eyes now, so I'm just gonna let that be. And this is just an Ulta mascara that I got from a kit, excuse me, for free. It is the New Heights mascara, and I actually really do like it. I like the brush, and I like the way it makes my lashes look. All I can see is me taking this off with an oil cleanser in a few minutes and just my whole sink just being green. So we're gonna clean this up with some concealer. I'm not gonna do foundation, there's no point. Honestly, I could probably just stop here, but I just kind of want to see it more perfected if I was actually going to go out in this makeup, which, you know, if it was a different day, I might. And I don't ever use this much concealer at all. I just use a boop here and a boop here. But this is a lot to cover up, so. We're just gonna do that. And blend. And hopefully not everything turns green down here. See, I got some green up here. I'm gonna use some of this a light foundation because it's very opaque. And I don't want to waste all my nice concealer. All right, blush. What goes good with green? I don't know. So I'm going back over that line with this pigment from number 7. This is a gold pigment from the Advent calendar, the 12 Days in Emerald City calendar that I opened up during Christmas. So it looks like this. It's got a green tinge to it. I can't remember what it's called, but it's Wizard of Oz themed, so kind of goes perfectly with these emerald tones. Now this you can think of as the horns on the Loki helmet. Yeah, that definitely does something. Yep, I like it. This is the e.l.f. brow tint thing that I got from the e.l.f. calendar. Advent calendar, not e.l.f. calendar. The e.l.f. Advent calendar. This was the 24-day one. This is just a brownish. I don't know, doesn't really have that much color. And the wand is super weird, but I don't want to use my Anastasia brow gel right now because it's way too late for that. It's just gonna get washed off and I don't need to waste it. And this is like $3, $5, I don't know. And that's, the other one is like 18, so I'm just gonna use this one. And if it gets all over the place, it gets all over the place. I think I'm going to skip blush and just go with the pale and then put on a little bit of highlighter. I'm going to use Cookie from Benefit. It's just nice and blinding. Any suggestions for a blush that goes really good with green, deep green looks like this, let me know. But I just don't want to go with like peach. That's my go-to. But mauve doesn't seem right, and I don't know. I don't have many other choices, honestly. So let me know what normally kind of blush goes with a green look like this. But like I said, I thought I would just go for pale. Don't really need to set it, but we're gonna set it just to mark that we're near the end. And we're gonna try a new lipstick. I bought this lipstick a few months back with a Sephora order. This is called Polar Lights, and it is a deep plummy matte Sephora collection. Still has the wrapper on it. That's what it looks like. We're just gonna do our goth girl best here. And if my lips don't look even, that's because they're not. All right, it's a finished look. Loki inspired makeup. Just wanted to sit down, do some fun makeup, play with some palettes that I wanted to play with, mix up some shadows, mix up some pigments, mix up some new lipsticks. I even did my nails. And yeah, like I said, I don't do green a lot. I know everyone on YouTube loves green. I'm a blue person. I love blue. I like how it goes with my eyes. Give me blue any day. Green, I like it. I like this. I don't know that it goes with my eyes. Maybe it just kind of washes them out. I don't know, but I like it. I like the deep emerald color that I've got here. So so let me know what you think. Did you watch Loki? Did you like Loki? Do you love Loki like I do? Anyway, I just wanted to sit down and have a chat and have some fun with makeup and play with some new things. So I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And thank you so much for watching. Click like, please comment, and subscribe if you would like. All of those things would be welcome. Engagement is always a plus. And I will see you in the next one.